July 31st is going to be a big and very important day for a couple different reasons, which we're going to lay out in this video. Also, the latest updates on stimulus and clearing up some confusion on stimulus. All of that to come in this video, so let's get into it right away. But before we do, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video so I can continue to keep you updated each and every day with all of this information, including stimulus checks, Social Security, SSDI, SSI, VA, and ultimately getting more money, relief, and benefits to everybody in this community. Just remember, I am back every single day as your voice and as your daily advocate to continue doing anything we possibly can to get the attention of Congress and continue to remind them there are millions of low-income and fixed-income individuals out there in this country right now who need additional stimulus, right? Additional stimulus checks, permanent raises to benefits, and all kinds of different things because everybody's struggling right now, right? So I want to come back every single day to keep you updated and do whatever we possibly can to reach Congress and let them know, let it be heard, hello, we need some support. So, hey, thank you so much for your support right here on the channel. I truly appreciate it. And just remember, I am here for you. I am on your team, and I truly want to do whatever I possibly can to help you out. All right, thank you. I really do appreciate you. Let's talk through a variety of different topics in this video, but it's all going to be relatively important. All right. First things first, let me give you a quick update as to where we stand with this infrastructure bill and what's going on with the negotiations. I'll make it really quick. Things are going well. They are negotiating their way through the last couple points that there are kind of some sticking points. As of today, there's only about 2 or 3 different points that they're still stuck on, which they should have hammered out here within the next couple days, and they should be bringing it to the floor in the Senate for a vote early next week, potentially even Monday. That's great. All right. Let me clear up some confusion on stimulus right now. I've seen it a few times in the comment section, and I just want to bring this up because I just want to make sure that everybody's understanding everything that we're sharing here on the channel and in these videos. So lately, we've been talking a lot about stimulus, right? Stimulus packages, infrastructure, budget reconciliation, budget resolution, all of these big words and terms. What does it all mean? Well, let me explain really quickly. Oh, not to mention Chuck Schumer and how he was out with his statement saying he wants to have it all passed before they leave on their summer recess. All right, let me explain this really quickly because I get it. It's confusing. Really, the only reason I understand it so well is because I research this stuff like hours and hours every single day. So I kind of know it probably more than I really wish to know this stuff, but just being real with you, I study this stuff like every day. All right, so here's what we know. Chuck Schumer, yes, he was in fact out, and he said that he wants to have these passed before they leave on their summer recess. Here's what he wants to actually have passed. He wants to bring the infrastructure bill, which is the first one, which we talked about just a second ago. He wants to bring that to the floor in the Senate early next week and get it totally passed and done so it can move over to the House, where Nancy Pelosi will hold on to it and, kind of keep it close until she gets the reconciliation bill, which we've talked about before. He has also said that he wants to pass a budget resolution, okay? So let me clarify this now. The budget resolution is the first step in which they need to move through the process to actually unlock the privileges of moving forward with the reconciliation language, okay? So here's the thing. It does not mean that the whole reconciliation bill will actually be passed, but rather just the budget resolution. Sorry, I'm confusing myself now. The resolution he wants to have passed. Okay, so they're going to get that passed before they leave on their recess, but it's actually the reconciliation bill is the one where we are looking for because that'll actually be the real bill with all of the goodies in it. Remember, I keep referring to it as a goodie bag because that's really what it is. It's a goodie bag with about $3.5 trillion, potentially even up to $5.5 trillion of goodies. Oh man, let's just hope the goodies are green and they come in nice wrapped bundles with lots of zeros, right? Zeros and ones at the beginning, right? That's kind of what we're hoping for anyway. So anyway, that's what the goodie bag is. A lot of money and so it's the budget reconciliation, which they will likely be passing when they return from their summer recess, probably sometime in potentially September and or October or sometime thereafter. We don't quite know yet. But we do know that they will start working on this and potentially come back midway through their summer recess to hold a vote. But we'll see on that, right? We've heard this before, and yeah, we'll see on that. Anyway, moving on. So I hope that clears it up with the confusion out there right now. Reconciliation, resolution, budget, bill, money, you know what I mean? A lot of different words going on out there. So anyway, let's talk about July 31st. Why is this such an important day? Well, number one, about 6 million people may find themselves on the streets just the next day. Well, sorry, that wasn't the best way I could have said that, but realistically, it's kind of irritating to look at this and see that potentially at the end of this month, the eviction moratorium will be expiring and 6 million plus people could potentially find themselves being evicted in early August. That is not cool. Not only that, just the other day in that video, I was talking about all this rental assistance. $46+ billion was allocated in rental assistance in stimulus package number 2 and stimulus package number 3. And guess what? As of right now, well, let me take that back. As of the end of June, so July 1st, they had only distributed $3 billion of the $46 billion. In other words, they have about $42 to $43 billion still on the books that they have not given out yet. Does anybody see a problem with this? 6 million people that are about to be evicted, and we have $42 to $43 billion set aside to help these people out, but yet they're not doing it? I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't know. I guess I don't know anything because I'm just a guy on YouTube just making videos, but I'm pretty sure the money is there for the people to help them out right now, right? I'm pretty sure that's what the money is for. So the simple fact that there's even 6 million people potentially going to be evicted literally in a matter of days unless they extend the eviction moratorium simply doesn't make any sense to me. But again, we'll have to see. We will see if President Biden actually comes out and decides to extend the eviction moratorium. At this point, you would think logically it would only make sense to extend it maybe a little bit further and then maybe loosen up the parameters to get that $42 billion or $43 billion out the door to help those people out, right? All right, if you want to check out that video from a couple days ago, I will link it down below at the top of the comment section as a pinned comment. Feel free to check out that video after I tell you another reason why July 31st is actually incredibly important. Now, this is actually going to be even more important. Well, let's be real. It's probably not even more important. It's equally as important. Being evicted is just like really, really bad. Okay, that's just not even cool. That's just straight like crossing the line right there, right? So anyway, let me tell you reason number 2 why July 31st is going to be a very, very big day. That is the day the federal government runs out of money. The debt ceiling, that's it. That is the last day where the debt ceiling will be in effect. The federal government will potentially run out of money unless they extend or raise the debt ceiling. Now you might be thinking, who cares? It's the debt ceiling. What does this even mean? I don't even know what it means. What does it mean? Well, here's the thing. The debt ceiling is actually very important. Here's what it is. The debt ceiling is the legal allowable amount of debt that the federal government is allowed to hold or accrue. Now, here's the thing. Let me talk you through these numbers and tell you why it is so important that they need to extend this. Otherwise, we could be looking at some really serious problems. Currently, the federal government holds about $22 trillion of debt, $16.2 trillion that's held by the public, and $5.9 trillion that's held by the government, a total of about $22 trillion, which encompasses the debt ceiling. Now, here's the thing. If they don't extend it, they're out of cash. They're out of money. They're broke. The federal government is broke. But this is no surprise. They've been broke for a long time, right? But here's the thing. They need to get this raised because if they do not raise the debt ceiling, they will not be able to pay their liabilities and their obligations. In other words, they can't pay their bills. It's the same thing as, let's just say, I mean, you know what it is. I don't need to give you an analogy. You know what it means to not be able to pay bills, right? Everybody knows what it's like, especially now when you wait for money and you don't have any and you can't pay your bills. It's not a good picture, right? It's not a pretty picture. But here's the thing. If they cannot pay their bills and they don't have any cash on hand, that potentially means they may not even be able to pay Social Security benefits, government workers, or even people in the service. Well, that's a huge problem, is it not? Just think about that. Millions upon millions upon millions of people that may not even be able to get paid simply because the federal government is irresponsible and they can't pay their bills anymore. So, Wow, what a mess. Seriously, it is like just a straight up dumpster fire going on right now, right? Give me a like down below if you like that statement, right? I like to throw that one out every so often. Dumpster fire. Can you just imagine a big old dumpster rip roaring on fire? That's about what it looks like right now. Anyway, I'm just picturing like a big old dumpster, just a huge blaze. Whoa! Get the marshmallows, everybody. Grab the graham crackers and get some chocolates and get some s'mores cooking. In a big nasty dumpster fire. Anyway, so yeah, it's actually very important that they plan on raising the debt ceiling. If they don't, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen was actually out and she said if Congress does not do anything to raise the debt ceiling, the Treasury is going to implement something very, very quickly to help out with this issue. And here's the problem. We're only a few days out from that right now, and no surprise, Congress is doing nothing. They're doing nothing. Oh, man. It just comes as no surprise, seriously. I mean, I don't know. I'll keep my comments to myself, but I just feel like these were probably the people in school who, due day was done or due day came for their paper, and they're like, oh, I didn't do my homework. Can I get an extension? And the teacher's like, no. What are you talking about? It's the due date. Why would I give you an extension? We set this date like a month ago, like 2 years ago, we set this due date. Why would we give you an extension now? You waited till the last minute. It's essentially what it is. So anyway, it's very important that they get all this stuff done. So within a matter of just a couple days from now, we have potentially a lot of things hitting the fan, if you know what I mean, right? So wow, yeah, a lot of stuff going on right now, but either way, let's just hope that they come together on this stimulus. That's ultimately what matters the most right now, is that people get some cash in their hands. They can pay their bills, pay their rent, stay in their place, right? That's very important. Maybe get some of this excess rental assistance out the door for the millions of people who are potentially facing eviction at the end of the month, which is just so not cool, right? But yeah, there's a lot of different things going on right now. So either way, I wanted to give you just kind of a mixed bag of all these different updates that I came across, and I just wanted to lay it all out for you, what's coming in a matter of just a couple days from now, and why it is so incredibly important. I will continue to keep you updated. And by the way, I did not tell you the whole thing about the debt ceiling and say like they potentially wouldn't be able to pay Social Security benefits. I'm not saying that to put fear in anybody, please. I'm just letting you know why it is so incredibly severe and why they need to do this like right away, right? It's so important. So anyway, I hope this video helps you out. I will continue to keep you updated each and every day. As I do my research, I come across all this information. I kind of put it all together and bundle it up into these nice videos and do whatever I possibly can to be here as your voice, as your advocate, and do whatever I possibly can to help you out each and every day, to keep you informed and ultimately get more cash into your pockets and or your bank account, your Direct Express card, your NetSpend card, whatever it happens to be. It doesn't matter. I just want you to get some more money in your pockets, or in your possession more like, right? So thanks again. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so. Go back and check out that video from the other day that I mentioned that I'll have linked down below, as well as share this video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of my other nearly 1,400 videos right here on the channel for you to enjoy. Thanks again, everyone. I truly appreciate you. Remember, I am on your team, here to help every single day. Enjoy, and I'll catch you in the next video.